Jake had been feeling extremely tired and exhausted all week. He decided to fake being sick so he wouldn't have to face school today. Lying in his bed during the day, he felt a strange heaviness around him. Suddenly he drifted into a horrible nightmare he couldn't wake from. In his dream, demonic creatures started dancing all around his bed with sinister grins. They laughed at him in wicked, chilling voices that echoed in the dark. Jake wanted to scream, but his body felt frozen, paralyzed by an unseen force. The room seemed to darken as shadows grew taller, mocking his helplessness. He saw their glowing eyes peering at him from every corner and shadow. One of the creatures leaned close, whispering threats he couldn't understand. Suddenly there was something knocking loudly on his window pane. The sound was relentless, like a warning from some unknown evil presence. His heart pounded wildly as he struggled to move or even breathe properly. He tried to shout for help, but no sound came from his trembling lips. The demonic figures seemed to dance and swirl with malicious glee around him. Their laughter grew louder, echoing within his skull, making him feel insane. Just then, a faint cold touch brushed his arm, and he shivered deeply. The knocking at the window persisted, as if demanding to be let inside. Fear gripped him tighter than ever as he finally forced himself to sit up. He swung his legs over the side of the bed, trembling uncontrollably. Jake bolted for the door, screaming out for help in a desperate voice. He ran down the hallway, footsteps echoing loudly in the silent house. His mind was a whirlwind of terror, afraid of what awaited outside. But when he reached the front door, nobody was there, only silence. He looked around frantically, searching for anyone who could hear him. The house felt eerily empty, as if it had swallowed all sound and life. His breathing was ragged as he tried to calm his pounding heart. Still, the knocking echoed behind him, persistent and unrelenting. He glanced back at his bedroom window, seeing nothing but a dark shape. A terrible thought crossed his mind. It might have been an evil spirit trying to enter. Jake knew he needed to wake up or escape from whatever haunted him. He shouted for help again, but only silence answered his desperate pleas. The shadows around him seemed to flicker and shift with sinister intent. Suddenly the room felt colder, and the demonic figures seemed nearer now. He clutched his chest, feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and helplessness. Every ounce of his being begged to wake from this nightmare, to break free. Finally, he forced a strangled cry and snapped awake, drenched in sweat. His room was quiet and still, the nightmare dissolving into the dark corners. Jake sat upright, breathing heavily, still trembling from the fright. He looked around cautiously, trying to reassure himself he was safe now. Even in the daylight, he could still hear the faint echoes of laughter. He knew that the terror of sleep paralysis could haunt anyone unprepared. From that day on, he was wary of falling into that terrifying half-sleep state. Jake learned that some nightmares are more than just dreams. They are real.